senior year, and she's really stepped up her game so far this year, Julie.
And that's why she has a letter on her jersey as well. I've gotten a chance to meet her too, and she's just a good kid and wants to do whatever she can to help her team win. And like you said, Erica Rude said she's been just a great player in her senior year, and that's why she's on that top line.
Annie Wilbergren back to get it, plays it around, and now the Mavericks get it out to center. Truax fires it in from there. Huskies back to get it. Thiessen plays it around to the far side. And now St. Cloud will send it all the way down. Pass misfires. And now the official waves off the icing. Good hustle there as Dynick got there first to wash it out. Dynick now pinned along the backboards. Kadurka trying to work it free. Dynick goes to the far side. She's rubbed out there. Along the wall, they continue to fight for it, and finally the Mavericks come away with it, and they'll clear it back down to the Husky zone.
It's your support for your favorite program in college hockey. Jim, Julie, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Yeah, this is the start of a huge weekend of collegiate hockey and all of hockey here on Fox Sports North. Of course, Hockey Day, Minnesota, tomorrow from Bemidji, and what a treat that's going to be. Last year, Hockey Day was here in St. Cloud by Lake George, and it was just a fantastic event. The Huskies got to play in it. Eric Rude was talking about it today before this game, and he said, you know, I wish we were playing again in it. That was so much fun to see the whole town come out and support the games, the high school games, the college women that'll play on the rink tomorrow in Bemidji, including these Mavericks. Minnesota State will be a part of that. And John Harrington was asking you about your time playing on Hockey Day. How did the goaltenders, how do I prepare them for something like this? They weathered the early storm from the Mavericks, and now they get a bit of a break, but, you know, you take them any way you can.
And it's hard to come to practice when you know that you're having an off weekend because there's not a lot of motivation of who you're going to play. So Eric Rude wanted to see how the Huskies would come out this weekend, having that last weekend off, and definitely getting on the scoreboard first. He's happy about that.
Fleming's shot goes wide, rebound to the far side. Anthony after it there, centering pass comes right in front, but Olakainen steals and starts back the other way. Feeds on the far side, Huskies carrying it in deep, quick shot, and Levy makes the save, and she'll hold for the faceoff as Kadurka let that one fly. 1-0, St. Cloud State leads it. Kluge, her third of the year. Kayla Friesen and Rachel Herzog pick up the assists. Time of the goal is 8:53. Off the draw, Mavericks control. Heinze plays center, and now back the other way. Kadurka busting in, trying to feed it across. Now she puts it in front and just out of the reach of Patrikas. And the Mavericks come back the other way. Kolstad through center, gives to McLaughlin. She's stripped to the puck, and the Huskies take over as Mankato was at the end of a shift and needed a change. Now coming up through center, Huskies dump it in as Bates sends it in deep. Truax carries it out to center. She's stripped to the puck at the red line. Fleming turning in her own zone. Feeds it up, Anthony across the line. Has Bryant breaking, fires the shot high off the glass. Rebound to the near side. Truax dumps it in deep. After it there, Anthony turning in the far corner. Drops it off. Bryant picks it up. Back to the blue line. Long wrist shot. Peluzny steers that away. Centering pass comes right back to Peluzny. And she'll cover and hold. Mavericks looking for the equalizer, but St. Cloud State has the lead in 5 regular season titles. And he was also an assistant here at St. Paul, knowing their competitive nature.
Right, absolutely, and you have one of the best two of the best goaltenders in the league statistically wise, between Janine Alder and Abigail Levy, who's in the net for Mankato. And I mean, they want to play for good coaches. So I mean, it really doesn't matter if you're Wisconsin or Minnesota. It's like these teams in these leagues, they see who's behind the bench and like, I want to play for them. I want to play for a school that I believe in the coaching philosophy. So it's great to see when you have somebody like Mark Johnson and John Harrington coming back. Especially for Mark Johnson, where he played for Wisconsin, coming back to the team that his alma mater. But it's been great to see, and it's awesome that these girls want to play for them.
Yeah, now Haig rolls it in from center. Back to get it. Kilduff chips it up the wall. Tilke, though, intercepts for St. Cloud. Julie Tilke trying to play it in deep. Tied up there. Trying to gain control. Dynick brings it back near the blue line. Now it's fed across. Walking in, wrist shot, deflects, and goes over the glass and out of play. Broke that up as the pass was intended for Buderek. Now Buderek plays it down low, gets a return pass, quick shot right on Palusny, no rebound, and she holds on for the faceoff. And St. Cloud State has another good freshman again this year, and Yelena Newland really has been a great find for this coaching staff.
She has, and Eric Rude said that she has such great hockey sense, and being able to come in the WCHA as a freshman and being tied for leading the team in points with the senior Julia Tilke, that's pretty impressive, and a credit to her of just kind of finding ways to put the puck in the net. It doesn't always have to be pretty, especially in this league. You just try to get pucks to the net with how good the goaltending is, but credit her. She had 2 goals against this Maverick team 2 weeks ago, one in the shootout. That definitely helps the energy and the positivity from her, obviously getting on the score sheet, but she's been great to see how small the hockey world is, and you kind of just do it because your friends are doing it and kind of see how that goes.
All right, power play here, a chance for the Mavericks to try and tie this one up. Centering pass comes back to the point, shot blocked in front. Mavericks, though, retain possession. Wilgren feeds it down low into the corner. Along the wall, Boyd drops it off to McLaughlin. Back to Wilgren. Now to Boyd, side of the net, centering pass. Rebound shot goes over the top of the net. Oh, a glorious chance there for the Mavericks. But Palusny comes up with a big save, and then the rebound attempt was fired wide.
That was a great pass from Jordan McLaughlin.
You know what she was getting into, and she finds herself here being part of this program and trying to take it to the next level. Delayed penalty coming up here. Huskies touch, and so they'll be shorthanded once again. And they're playing with fire because that Mavericks power play last time out had some glorious opportunities.
And that's a good example of Dynick just kind of continue that. They're definitely going to be able to put one past Palusny.
Shots now 11-0 in favor of the Mavericks here in this second period. Off the drop, puck comes in front, and it's sent all the way down. And so that will send the Mavericks back down to their own end. Now across the line. Dumped in behind. Mavericks after it there. Boyd with it. In the corner. Plays it around to the far side. McLaughlin puts it back to Boyd. Now back to McLaughlin to Boyd. Brings it back to the blue line. Boyd with some real estate. Drops it off down low. Centering pass. Quick shot. And it's fired wide. Trying to go on the near side was Truax that drifted in from the point position. Now Boyd with it again. Drops it off. Gets the return pass to Truax. One-timer. Pad save by Palusny. Rebound controlled by Wilgren. In behind. Throwing up the slot. Deflects off a skate. Ends up in the corner. McLaughlin picks it up there. Changes spots with Wilgren. Now gives to Wilgren. Down low. Boyd centering pass. Broken up that time as Tilke came back down to knock it free. This time St. Cloud doing a better job of keeping the Mavericks to the outside. Head back to the point. Wilgren's shot blocked in front. Follow up by Truax. Hammers that wide, and the rebound will come back out to center with 20 seconds left on this Maverick power play.
And one of the things that makes this Maverick offense so dangerous on the power play is they're constantly moving in the zone. You don't see a lot of teams constantly moving, so it makes the Huskies have to make a decision that much quicker. But credit Mankato for moving the puck, tape-to-tape passes, and getting those grade A opportunities.
Now Pointer back to the point. St. Cloud back at full strength. That shot goes wide and comes all the way down. Just one shot on goal that time for the Mavericks. The fund helps fill operational funding gaps for each of the Husky sports programs. It helps defray costs associated with scholarships, travel, equipment, apparel, athletic facilities, medical services, and general operations. Please donate now to help our student athletes compete and win at the highest level. Now, donations can be made to specific programs like the women's hockey team, or can be made to the general fund. We thank all the fans who have stepped up to support St. Cloud State athletics. 6:40 to go here in the second period. St. Cloud State leading Minnesota State 1-0. Jim Rich along with former Husky goaltender Julie Friend. You look back at the history between these two programs. St. Cloud State leads the all-time series. 40 victories against 32 losses and 12 ties going back to 1998. Huskies in the last 5, 3-1-1 against the Mavericks. And as we mentioned, the last meeting in the Minnesota Cup, where St. Cloud prevailed in a shootout. I kind of like that tournament idea. I thought the only goal of the game coming back in the first period at 8:53, Laura Kluge, her third of the season. Luzny has made that stand up. She has 22 saves so far, including 14 here in this second period. Huskies, though, driving the net. Haig trying to jam it in on the short side. That was turned away. And now back come the Mavericks. Boyd gets it in front, quick shot. Looked like Paluzzi didn't pick that up right away as Kolstad fired a quick wrist shot. Now back to the blue line, fed in deep. McLaughlin with it there, tried to get it to Boyd. That's broken up. McLaughlin jumps on that loose puck. Gives to Boyd. Back to the blue line, long bomb deflects, goes over the glass and out of play with 3:43 to go here in this second period. The Huskies trying to continue their domination over Minnesota State. We'll be back with more from St. Cloud after this. Just trying to keep it in the zone. She does so momentarily, but now back the other way. Here's McLaughlin by herself, 1-on-5. Try to backhand her. That's blocked. McLaughlin picks up her own rebound. Brings it back to the blue line. Fed across to the far side. Jackson, long shot, knocked down in front. And the Huskies come away with it. Kayla Friesen back the other way. Feeds it over on the far wing. Kadurka got in, but then she stripped to the puck. And back the other way. Poignard brings it in deep. Okers drops it off on the near side. Kilduff walking in. Banks it off the back of the net, trying to get it over to Budarak, but it's stolen away from her, and now the Huskies coming back the other direction. Long wrist shot. Save is made. Rebound in behind. And the Mavericks jump on that, and so far it's been one and dones for St. Cloud when they do get offensive opportunities.
Yeah, and credit to Abigail Levy right now for just controlling her rebounds. The Huskies right now, they're kind of running into getting the puck in the zone, and like you said, kind of one and done. It's either a line change or there's nobody there to pick up the rebound. So they need to do a better job in the offensive zone to maintain that possession.
Now it comes back to the point. Huskies control. Geyer, long shot. Levy, the blocker save. Top line. And they've switched sides. And that, according to Coach Eric Root, has really made a difference by putting him back. Kluge was on the left side for the first half of the season and now goes back to her right side, and that's really helped her play.
It has, and she has a goal today because of it. And Patrikas, you see that she's all over the ice here. This top line for St. Cloud has been good, and it definitely, with Laura Kluge, she's been all over the ice. She had an opportunity on that 3-on-1 back in the first period where she shot far pad. I mean, it just shows like kind of the veteran leadership out of a sophomore, so that's great to see for her. And Hannah Patrikas, like we talked about, the captain on that top line, kind of leading this way for the Huskies, both in the locker room and on the ice. But I mean, she's getting her chances too, so it's great to see the chemistry that those two have on their offhand together, along with Friesen centering that line.
Gets it back out to center. Mavericks, though, jump on that loose puck. McLaughlin to the red line, plays it in. Kolstad comes up with it, throws it on net. Paluzny shoulders that to the corner. Huskies, though, can't get out. Antony brings it back to the line. Long shot, easy save, Paluzny. 9:35 to go here in the period. Another penalty coming up here. Antony is going to go for slashing the stick out of Bates' hands. And that'll put St. Cloud back on the power play. Paluzny goes to the bench. The extra attacker is on. And here come the Huskies. Kaderka across the line. High slot, takes the shot wide of the target. And Fleming will touch on the far side and send. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's holding your opponent to, 9% success ratio on the power play. But the Huskies break through here and now lead by a pair.
Yeah, and on that power play, Patricus is usually hanging out behind the goal line looking for that backdoor pass. This time she ends up driving the net, and the rebound goes right out to Jana Haig backdoor. She buries it home.
So now the Huskies try to keep it in the Maverick zone. The clock now an ally, up by 2, 6:25 to go in the hockey game. Geyer plays it in deep. Out of the room from the point position, but it's knocked. Long pass for Bryant, no icing. Huskies have to go back for it. Pushing it around the far side, Thiessen is able to send it all the way down. 30 seconds left in regulation. Mavericks need something to happen quickly. They're headed to Bemidji right after this to be a part of Hockey Day Minnesota, as they'll play on the outdoor ice against Bemidji State tomorrow afternoon right here on Fox Sports North. But here they're trying to get this one extended into overtime, but time is becoming a huge factor. Just 10 seconds left. Huskies will be content to hold it in that corner. Finally, the puck comes free, but the Huskies again just want to pin it on the wall, hold it there, and wait for the